Hey Travis kiddos, I want to go over the enrichment work for the day. We have some reading things to go over, some math, some science, our Scholastic News, some special days to celebrate, and even a PE challenge. Are you up for the challenge? Um, for reading, we're focusing on those silent letters, the silent W and WR, the silent G and GN, and the silent K and KN. So I have some phonics reading for you today. Okay, so remember the phonics skills I've underlined in blue, and you see I have, here's just some reading the words, here's some where there are some with the phonics skill and some that are not, but they're similar or the same words, so be careful on that. And then some review down here. Okay, so let's go through them. Write, kneel, wrote, gnaw. It's not gonna. Remember, that's a silent letter. Knife, knit, wrong, wrap, gnat, wrist, knot, wren. A wren is a type of bird. Okay, now here we have ring and ring. So that WR is just a R sound. So this is a ring like either the phone rings or you wear a ring on your finger. This ring is to twist it. So you wring out the wet towel to get all of that liquid out. Okay? No, no, and gnome. So this no is the opposite of yes. This know is to have information. So I know how many people there are in the room, okay? And gnome is, sometimes you have a little gnome statue in a garden. Okay, we have new and new. This is new, something that is not old, something that you have just gotten or just learned. This new is that you know something, this kind of know, in the past. I knew everyone's name, okay? Not and not. This is the not we went over yesterday, so not doing something, not going somewhere, okay, the opposite of doing it or going somewhere. This knot is the knot that you tie in something, so tying a knot in your shoes, tying a knot in a rope, okay? Down here we have some review. Taught, smaller, grew, blue, fearful, and suit. Sorry, I erased the S a little bit with my finger. Were you able to read them all with me? I hope so. I hope you're continuing to work on those phonics skills all the time that we're doing our distance learning. Okay, so if you want to do some reading work in your turn workbook, you have page 297, reviewing the vocabulary words country and gathers. So country is a land where a group of people live. So we live in a country called the United States. And when a person gathers things, the things are put in the same place. Sam gathers the mugs. You might be hearing that word a lot lately, like avoid social gatherings, because we're trying not to all be in the same place at the same time, right? We're trying not to have too many people in the same place. You also have your paper reader, Storm Watch. So if you would like to do a 1-minute timed read on this, you can. Otherwise, just go ahead and practice reading it through carefully. And you have your leveled reader unconnected, in addition to, if you'd like to reread, Wrapped in Ice. So plenty to do for reading. For math, again, we're taking this chapter extremely slowly, and each week is just one lesson. So today we're focusing on subtraction with regrouping, just page 172. So some extra practice with subtraction without regrouping. So not trading a 10 for 10, I'm sorry, a 10 for 10 ones because you have too many ones to subtract and you don't have enough. But we are not having to do that. So let's go over a couple of strategies that you could use for subtraction. So the first problem is 58 minus 3. Okay, so of course I'm going to show it to you with sticks and dots is one way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 8 ones. So let me show my 8 dots. Now we're taking away, but I'm not going to erase or wipe away the ones because I always want to look back and be able to check my work, right? Just like with addition when I use different shapes. This time I'm going to keep them there, just cross them out. So I know what I started with. I know it's being taken away. It didn't just disappear. Okay, because if I get lost in that, I might take away too many. So I need to take away 3. 1, 2, 3. And now I have what I'm left with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Okay, so I get 55 this way. You can also split up the tens and ones. We've been working on these number bonds. So I'm going to split 58 up. Do you remember how to split it up into tens and ones? You split it into 50 and 8. Now I can subtract just the ones since I don't have any other tens there. So 8 minus 3 equals 5. And then I have to put it back with my 50 though. So this is where we subtract and add in the same problem. So 50, oops, not plus 3, plus 5. So 50, and putting back the 5, which is the ones that are left over. Just like here, if I had 8 ones minus 3, I'm left with 5 ones. I get 55. So all I'm doing here is separating out the tens and ones so I focus on one at a time. I kind of did that here, but I didn't really explain that I was just focusing on the ones, but it's kind of the same thing. And it's kind of the same thing subtracting vertically. So 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 tens minus no tens is 5 tens. So I come up with 55. Each way, 55, 55, 55. Oh, didn't fill in the answer here. Each way I came up with the same answer. Now, remember how to check your answer. So we learned this in the textbook. If you want to check your answer, you can do 55 plus 3, which is what we took away. Because remember, to see if we can get to 58. So whole minus part equals part. When we add, we put the parts back together to get the whole. So let's see if that works. So 55 plus 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 tens plus no tens is 5 tens. 58. Or you can count on 55, 56, 57, 58. We did it. So you can use any of those strategies or ones that you come up with on your own in order to do this. You could also just count back for each of these, right? I could have just counted 58, 57, 56, 55. So you have lots of options for strategies for math. For subtraction without regrouping today. And that's page 172 of the math workbook pages. Now you also have an awesome Scholastic News article about making ice cream. It's really neat. It's about going to an ice cream factory, learning the process of how the ice cream's made and how the factory works. If you guys have been to the Jelly Belly factory, you might be a little bit familiar with factories and how they work. Which is pretty cool, so maybe you'll be able to relate to that. So check out the article on Launchpad. You can also watch the videos, which are awesome, and answer the questions on the back. Have fun with that. Have fun with the PE challenge. See if you can do it with me. And happy learning. Okay, are you ready for the PE challenge? Today is 10 push-ups. Now you have options. You can do them on your hands and feet, or you can do them on your hands and knees, okay? So you're going to bend your elbows, get as close as you can to the ground. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, Shake out those arms. Good job, kiddos.